up, and then I decided
Okay,
to put on
so let's go
glasses.
ahead and get started on this.
It looks cute, but it took forever. My glasses are a mess. Are anyone's
It's
glasses?
the KLDC anthem.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you for always being the first one here. J-Bug, thank you so much for being the first one here. Not in this one. But I hope you're having a good day. Rev.
Cool level already.
Your voice and sound looks great. Thank you, Rev. I hope you enjoyed the, clip show.
Whew, this is a big jump.
We are getting started at a weird time. Again. But today it's because Kez had his run at GDQ at like 6:30 this
God
morning.
damn, kicking this year. I'm gonna put a save state here just to get through this. Because literally all I'm doing is dying to this timing. This is incredibly frustrating. Jesus. This might be a little overkill for this more.
Also, I like your desk. I like that it's not like a full L, but that it has that extra little space. That would be
Yeah. The more I'm doing this trick,
it looks really great.
the more frustrated I'm getting with it. Like, I'm fast falling here. I'm not holding down jump. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do.
That would be awesome. Is your ultra wide? Yeah, that looks so cool.
This isn't even the end? Oh my god. Okay. This is too much, more. I'm sorry. I have been down for the longer segments of this, but having another obstacle to do after this weird shell jump is a little excessive. And I feel like you're gonna potentially piss off a lot of people with this level because it's very long and very frustrating.
That's what I was thinking. Like, you wouldn't have to like scroll as much. You could see more of it.
It's just a little frustrating because it doesn't feel like the difficulty like the rest of the hack. Like, this just feels hard for the sake of being hard. Whereas, like, everything else in this hack I've been able to point to, it's hard because, like, X setup needs to be this way for it to function. This one just seems like it's hard for the sake of being hard at the end of this, and I'm not the biggest fan of that. Like,
and then I guess I don't know.
Can I just let this kick?
I did make an appointment to replace the windshield.
No, what am I doing with this ending?
It's just a frustrating situation.
I have to get in.
Like,
This is confusing. This level is not my favorite, if I'm being honest. Can I just?
But then since it's a windshield replacement,
No, I do.
at least like 5 feet on every side of the car, I guess. I'm like.
So I just need to land on the shell again?
Park on the street. Even if we moved the car to like the parking lot in our alley.
What am I doing in this level?
So I was kind of freaking out, and I was like,
Can I fast fall onto the shell?
Or like, not busy.
Or do I just go into the door?
Maybe you can come pick me up if I drop it off.
Okay,
I'm
I'm not a big fan of this ending thing. I think this room should just end after here if you're gonna keep everything like this. Even with a save state, I don't understand what you want me to do here. And after all of this, that is not ideal. I don't know if other people struggled with this. I'm seeming to have like weird issues with some struggle segments that other people aren't. But I don't understand how this works. And having to go back to the beginning for this is not.
What does he use his for? And so I can typically have 2 TVs occupying the one screen. That is incredible. That's so cool.
Like, is it
My main
this?
setup has 2 monitors.
I'm falling as fast as I can and I cannot do this.
So that's extra cool.
Mar, I do not get this ending at all. Even with the save state, I do not understand what the hell you're asking me to do here.
Also, babe, we could probably take a break soon.
I will probably.
You haven't had a proper break.
Yeah, I will probably need one.
Well, and you've been doing nothing but Kaizo tonight, too, so...
Yeah, Mar, even with the save state, I have no idea what the fuck you're asking me to do here.
Cool. Well, okay, the reason I ask is
If anyone
because,
in chat knows what to do here, feel free to
like,
backseat
usually
here,
it would be
because
more helpful for, like, a stream setup.
I'm not gonna lie, this room here and on completely lost me in this level. I was really feeling this level, and then these 2 rooms hit, and I am not anymore. And I've been feeling 90% of this hack, but this last 2 rooms here are not my speed. Okay, so I can't just jump over here, right?
It's just always easier.
Okay, and I can't just grab it because that's the entire gimmick of the room. Okay, so you just go in hella fast. I am not gonna lie, Mar. I am not the biggest fan of that pre-midway section. I'm gonna go ahead and just... Okay, I'm gonna try once from here and just try it from the top. If I don't get it, I'll just go ahead and go back to that midway, but everything about this level, in terms of its like setup and execution, feels fun. And I want to run through this because I'm about to take a break and I want to make sure that I'm at least ending this on a constructive note. I like this setup. All of this setup from the beginning portion feels intuitive. This setup right here specifically is hard, but it's like still fair hard. Towards the end of this section, this starts to feel very, very intense Kaizo puzzle at the end of a very hard section. And I don't know if it really needed to. And it resulted in quite a lot of frustration and trying to learn this with save states. And I assume, based on my feedback in other sections, I assume that a lot of these things needed to be this tight for this version of the trick to work, but I did not necessarily vibe with the current version of some of these tricks. This one's okay, although I did end up dying to that little clip quite a lot. The shell jump's awkward, but it's whatever, honestly, like it's just an awkward, hard trick. From that pipe on is where I'm lost, honestly, in terms of like why it's as tight as it is. Because it's already pretty late into the segment at that point. I do kind of wish that that yellow shell was infinitely respawning, because as it stands, it feels a little tight for it to just be a one-shot. And I think a lot of the reason I'm frustrated with that yellow shell thing specifically is because there's still 2 like very hard tricks after that. And I mean, like, this level might just be, like, the shit kicker of the hack, I guess. It might not be, though, because it sounded like, from what this level sounded like it sounded like things had gone fairly well on this level for other testers, but these last two obstacles before this midway, for how hard the rest of the level is, and for how much there is to do,
I mean, like, do you really need a PS5, though? I feel like even if I wanted a PS5 when it was first coming out, I fucking wouldn't really want one now. And I mean, I know that's me personally, but I just, like, don't need it. I have a PS4.
Okay, pretend I got that shell jump.
Everything that is coming out on PS5 on PS4.
Jump over here.
You know what I mean?
Having to do more after this is ridiculous. I'm okay, Surfing Ninja. Yeah, this entire post-pipe segment is entirely unneeded in my opinion. It's a little ironic, the music with the kale. Also, I like that you said okay, so even if you do jump off of it, it's still... I don't know why that part made me think that. It's a double bounce shell, so it still doesn't do that. Okay. I'm just gonna put a save state there. I was really not a huge fan of how much I've had to use save states these last couple of levels, if I'm being honest, because I feel like I was doing pretty good in this playthrough until pretty recently. I was really vibing with this level until I got to the part where I had to figure out that shell jump. I would maybe recommend, if you're gonna keep all of that in there, I personally wouldn't. I would recommend completely axing that weird pre-door thing and just ending it at that shell jump. I think if you end it at that shell jump, you don't need to touch anything before it and just have that pipe go to here, and then it's perfectly fine. If you are keeping the obstacle after that, I would heavily recommend having that shell jump go off of spikes. So it's like... you have to jump over the shell twice, but you can still like jump off of the shell as it like bounces down into the bottom. Because trying to catch that and then trying to do the trick after that is a lot. And I feel like I came into today's playtesting stream pretty ready to like at least knock out a full level, and I am like beyond done right now, if I'm being honest. And rather than be in a weird mood, I'm just gonna go ahead and recognize that and...
You need a break?
Yep.
Okay.
We're gonna switch over to Pokemon, which hopefully goes better.